Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? Grab your coffee, definitely a snack, and let's get into it, okay? So, have you ever heard of an ELE? An ELE or an extinction level event. Have you ever heard of that? Okay. Well, right now, world governments are preparing for an ELE, okay? And when I saw this, I said, "Oh dear Lord," because an ELE, you can't escape from that. There's no way to prepare for that. You know, and there's indications that the government of the governments, I should say that the governments of the world are stockpiling supplies like never before. So how we hear about all these recalls, and we always say, connect the dots, and we say, we know where they're going, right. And this is seemingly in anticipation for an ELE that threatens to wipe out the vast majority of human beings that are living today, right now. And some of the things that are being stockpiled are like masks, for quarantine, social distancing, this, okay? But it's just how this is happening is just very, very strange. Just not normal, okay? Right now, all across America, government agencies are buying up a long list of survival and preparedness gear. So you know how I have an affiliate with MIRA, M-I-R-A, and their link is always in the description box below, right? I would so totally, if I were you, if the government, I'm not saying, this is what you need to do. I would totally entertain the idea of possibly look into seeing what MIRA has that's within your budget. Okay? Because the government agencies right now, they're depleting the supplies that remain available to civilians. Large-scale government purchases that include storable foods like MREs, emergency food supplies, dehydrated foods like August and Farms. That's, ammunition of firearms, night vision devices, high-efficiency HVAC system components, potassium iodide pills. You can get those at MIRA. Yeah. Garden seeds and fertilizer. Okay. Diesel fuel, diesel engine oil, and other transportation-related components. Anything to protect us, like masks, anything that will protect us, they're buying up in mass quantities. And these supplies are being transported by the millions of pallets into underground caves, bunkers, and even like cities that are run by governments of the world. For example, like there is no longer a secret that even the nation of Taiwan runs a massive underground Air Force base. That's complete with its own aircraft hangars built inside caves, and, along with aircraft taxis and transport lanes and That's all underground and everything. I mean, you know, that secret's out, you know. But what actually exists that's classified is far more extensive. Like the United States, the government has constructed massive underground cities and bunkers with tunnels connecting them across thousands of miles of underground transport tunnels. And some of these, which are, of course, used for like human trafficking and stuff like that, you know, which should scare the hell out of anybody. But the point here is that the government, the US government, is preparing for the end of the world while telling the civilians, you know, everything's fine. Don't worry. And when they start saying things like that, that's when you really need to start worrying. And the people will never be told to prepare for anything. And the people are being fed to the wolves and left to die while the government is literally tripling down on its own continuity of government and emergency plans and trying to provoke World War III with both China and Russia, while the domestic regime wages a war of tyranny and violence against the American people via some three-letter agencies. So I know that a lot of us here have our different reasons for preparing and being of the prepared mind and things like that. And I know that there's really no possible way, I mean, unless you've got a basement or a bunker or this or that or the other thing, there's no way to actually prepare for an ELE. But we can certainly as hell try, can't we? But what ELE are they preparing for? Because when I think ELE, I think of, you know, something coming out of the sky. You know, it could be anything, for crying out loud. Anything. I don't know. What do you think? All right, guys, I'm out of here. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe. You stay positive. You keep prepping. And as always,